Hey, what's going on everybody? Snowy back with another extraction video. And today what I have for you is a comprehensive guide for Jaeger. We're going to be going over the loadout, tips and tricks, and everything else you need to know to succeed when playing as Jaeger in Rainbow Six Extraction. Jaeger is one of the best and most fun defensive operators in the game, and you definitely want to play him whenever you can in game modes like Maelstrom. But let's go ahead and jump right into the character guide. So first up, I want to go over Jaeger's best loadouts and go over which weapons I think are best, as well as which react gear and explosives you should bring with him. First, we're going to dive into the primary weapons. For his primary weapons, I do think there are two good choices, either the M870 shotgun and the Commando as well. These are both great options. Altogether, I think you want to run the M870 if you're playing game modes like Maelstrom Protocol, where the ammo economy is very limited. And if you are running the M870, for this I just run a reflex sight on it, because that's the only attachment it can have. And for the Commando, I do recommend the vertical grip reflex, or any sight of your choice really is fine. But I run the reflex sight and the compensator, so this is going to give you a great recoil pattern. It's a super good gun. 48 damage, 690 fire rate, good recoil pattern. It's great for killing tormentors. It's very bursty, and overall I would say this is the gun you mainly want to use. But you can run this shotgun, and it's very strong if you like shotguns. But I definitely would steer clear of the MP7 and the 416. Next up, we're going to be going over his secondary weapon, and for this category, he only has one option. It's the P12. In all cases in this game, I'm definitely going to recommend you run a suppressor on your secondary weapon, and that's what we're running on the P12. And also, going back to the primary weapon, make sure you're never running a suppressor. That's why we're running the compensator on Jaeger. So, unsuppressed primary, suppressed secondary always. That's going to be your best option when playing Rainbow Six Extraction, so definitely make sure that's how you're running your loadout. But next up, we have the gear section. For this section, I'm only going to recommend one gear if you're playing solo, and that's Revive Kit. But if you are playing with a team, XR Drone is really strong for scanning, and Anabolic Accelerant is great for getting your health back. One more good option is Explosive Harness, and this is just if you need more paralysis nades. I don't think as Jaeger you need more paralysis nades, but so for him I'm just going to recommend Revive Kit or Anabolic Accelerant mainly, and that's only if you're playing in team play. So last but certainly not least, we have the React Tech Explosive slot. There's really only one good option in this game in my opinion, and that's paralysis grenades. Jaeger can run with field walls, and this will help his turrets survive a little bit. However, paralysis nades are just way too strong. I think overall it's the best option in the game for pretty much every single operator besides maybe Ella, and even still I tend to run paralysis nades. So that's the loadout. Normally we're rocking Commando, P12 suppressed, Revive Kit, and Paralysis Grenade. And the final thing I want to take a look at before we jump into some gameplay and some tips and tricks is his advancement. This is going to be all 10 levels. As you level him up, you're going to be gaining additional perks and bonuses to his kit. So first off, we're going to get Active Defense ability upgrade. Deploys an automated turret with 3 rounds. It attacks and intercepts projectiles. So this is just his basic kit. This is what he's rocking with from the start, and each and every one of you are going to have this. But next up, you get an additional ADS. This increases the round count to 5, and the recharge time is reduced, so you can get more turrets often and they're stronger. Next up, we have Arsenal update. He gets the MP7 submachine gun. Then we have Armor 2, where he gets incoming damage reduced by 10%, which is super nice for staying alive. Then we have Enhanced Reflexes, where he gets reload speed, aiming speed, and weapon swapping speed increased by 35%, which is super good for quick and agile operators like Jaeger. And then we get the 416 carbine. And then after that, at level 7, we get turret damage increased to 63, which is super nice for killing the smashers. and recharge time reduced even more. So more turrets, more damage, always a good thing. Then we get damage reduced by 20%, super good. And then we get the 552 Commando at level 9. Like I said, once again, this is the gun you want to use, super good. Get to level 9 with Jaeger and you won't regret it, I promise. And then last but certainly not least, we have charged up. Round count is increased to 8. This is fantastic, and it's going to let you kill smashers, do insane damage to apexes, and basically kill anything that's coming at you on defensive mode. So that's all 10 levels for Jaeger. But now let's go ahead and jump into some gameplay and tips and tricks. So the most important thing when playing Jaeger is that even though his kit is meant for defensive situations, don't be afraid to be passive aggressive with the kit as well. This means don't be afraid to use your turrets offensively. For instance, one thing you can do is place your turret in a choke point and then make the enemies angry and have them chase you back to the spot you would set your turret up. This is going to give you support when shooting at your enemies. Also, since Jaeger's turrets recharge for free, don't be afraid to use them often because you'll get plenty back. When dealing with enemies like smashers or apexes, don't be afraid to use things like paralysis nades or stun grenades to help you to ensure that your turret doesn't die from the enemy. This will help your turret get as much damage as possible. But next up, I want to go over a crazy cool trick for Jaeger's gadget. So as you can see down in the right hand corner, Jaeger has 2 of these ADS systems, and the ADS systems kill enemies that are in their proximity, so it's going to automatically shoot them, and it also destroys projectiles that are flying through the air at you. So it's super good for defense, not only for killing aliens, but also just for defending you from what they're shooting back at you. So the one interesting thing about Jaeger's gadgets is that they can go on walls, and they can also go on floors. So either place you need to put them, altogether the floor is going to give a much more wide area that they can shoot in, but the wall might be a more defensive position where enemies that are on the ground can't hit them. So if you want your turrets to last longer in modes like Maelstrom, definitely put them on the walls, as this is going to be the best spot in my opinion for them. Next up, however, the one interesting thing about Jaeger's gadgets is that when they are shooting the enemies, eventually they're going to blow up. However, if you pick them back up off the ground, this is going to reset your charge. So technically, you could have infinite Jaeger ADS systems, and this is going to be super awesome for you in game. Let it kill a couple enemies, then just pick it back up. This is the same concept with the field walls that I was talking about in my advanced tips and tricks guide. But another thing that you can do with these ADS systems is you can put them down and you can defend them with a field wall. So let's say you just want to keep it alive. Maybe the aliens are coming around this corner right here, and then the field wall will protect it from any projectiles or aliens trying to whack at it. So one more thing that Jaeger's turrets are absolutely amazing for is taking out smashers. As you can see, I'm going to place this turret right here. And when the smasher rounds the corner, it's going to help me kill it, or it might even flat out kill it sometimes. It's really strong, it just keeps shooting him over and over again. Oftentimes the turret will die if it fully kills him like that. But as you could see, it did fully kill a smasher, so if you can't deal with a smasher on your own, definitely make sure to drop one of these turrets to help you out. Let's see, let's place it right here. One more time, just to show you guys. So it's shooting him, and it killed him. So super easy. Smashers are fantastic targets for your, Jaeger's ADS system, so definitely make sure you're using them to your advantage whenever possible. So that was my comprehensive guide for Jaeger, one of my favorite operators in the game. Super good for defense once again. If this is your first time to the channel, thank you so much for stopping by. I always love seeing new people around here and reading your guys' awesome comments. But please consider leaving a like and a subscription for more Rainbow Six Extraction operator guides. And I hope you guys are all having a fantastic day. Snowy out.